Grupo que lleva más de 20 años funcionando. Hablamos de los hermanos Brennan y los hermanos Dugan, Clannad. A lo largo del programa de esta noche os vamos a ofrecer un documental que bajo el título Past Present, pasado presente, recoge no solo las diversas incursiones en estos últimos años de Clannad en el terreno del pop, sino también sus numerosos puntos de contacto con la música tradicional gaélica, que ha popularizado otro de los miembros de la familia Brennan, Enya, y del que os ofrecíamos un claro y buen ejemplo la semana pasada con el grupo Night Noise.
I think Harry's game, in a way, was the time when a lot of people had to just, either whether they liked the band or not, they just had to, take a back step there. It was always going to be something of a great plus for us, or a great situation where we took a Gaelic song to #5 in the British charts, with half the people that bought it not even knowing that it was in Gaelic.
Well, Shosgal Frederick. This is the school that we all came to, all the Duggans and all the Brennans. You can see the house. It's only 100 yards from there, and I don't think we were a day early for school. So it's changed a lot, though, since we've been here. It's very different. I can still hear music inside there. We learned a lot. I mean, we used to have little plays and dancing and all sorts of things. And I learned a lot of traditional songs and lots of good tradition like Bohol and Ernian, Wajan Wada, all those I learned in this school. Iska sogarvatu nogagreit gran. Dan snart gå fra seg forvandlingen. Nagubidate stovelin sau. Shutagav merigeni sineyana. Waarin wil is doet mij wan, voor vrouw kan gladi, svovel na tre, waai januara ma Shutagav merigeni sineyana. Tamishator saka gaspegola. Mawai avringa smafadrek. Shutagav merigeni sineyana. And this is us. This is in the family. And we used to enter as a family singing harmony songs and that. And there weren't any other families in against us, so we'd always win it. But that's Kieran and Paul, myself, my sister Deirdre, who's now an artist, Anya, and Leon. That's what are their parents. These are some old band shot. That's very early. That's down on the beach. I think it was the first professional photograph session we ever had.
There was plenty of electric guitars, double basses, saxophones and everything in my father's house, so we tried every one of them to see if we could play them.
could be pulled on the merry-go-round, but I'm trying to find something to believe in, to believe in. All the things they promised, you know they always lie. It's something to believe in. You know it's
I think it was about 1968 where we started ourselves, and of course I was lead singing at that point, or taking the main front of stage thing. But I'd say about 1970 when we really asked Moya to come in and sort of play the harp.
I hated the idea of, like, you know, the spinning wheel outside, the moonlight, the shine is beginning. You know, I wasn't into that at all, so I hated it for a couple of years. But it was when I started to play with the boys that I got into just the feeling, and it just became part of the arrangement of the music rather than a specific, you know, backing for a song, you know.
We were all taught the rudiments of music years ago. So I think it's a very subconscious thing that we grew up in Donegal, and where the melodies and stuff come from, it's got to be an influence.
It is nice to be able to come back and play here.
It's a gesture to
I'm sure, yeah.
where we come from, where we started with the 21st of the pub.
Maybe nobody will show up.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
But we're not on the poster.
We're inviting all the family anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Clannad back to Meenalek.
Well, I had tomatoes.
How many tomatoes would you get?
You'll get about a dozen.
From there?
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Yeah. You get quick. You're talking about 5 dozen tomatoes in one plant.
Yeah?
Yeah. Close.
We should start a business.
Yeah.
Forget about the music.
I like to be very spontaneous with things, and I also like to write different kinds of music, not just the one type of music all the time. So hence we were fortunate enough to be offered this music.
The producer from Robin of Sherwood, I mean, he fell in love with our music. And we met him, and before we did anything at all, we actually went on location, we met everybody, we met the actors, and just got into the whole scene of it.
We were once called the Gaeltacht hippies, you know. We used to wear the name of the bell bottoms and the frilly
power.
Yeah, it was the hippie days. It was really weird.
It's the Diggins again. There are some good band shots as well, really old ones, early ones. That's our hippie days. It's funny. Flowery shirts and flowery tops and bell bottoms and long hair. That's another one. Me and the Shoals.
We're just going to put together a set with the vibers. The emphasis is going to be on tracks that don't involve a lot of orchestration or we might do a quick arrangement just here and now today on some songs. Let's see.
Well, it was the first time for me to sing a duet with somebody, especially after being in a family band, and we were playing together since 1970. And 1985, when it was suggested I record or do a song with just somebody else, I thought that it would be great to do it with somebody that we both had respect for musically towards each other. And it would also mean something, it being, you know, an Irish singer and a brilliant Irish singer and a good friend. And so within sort of like 3 to 4 days, we had met, thought it was great fun, enjoyed doing it, and we're happy, was happy with the result. And it brought in the actual atmospheric kind of feel of very much of where our music comes from. And you can feel it definitely from that song.